you gotta get up. Trust yourself, you gotta be tough, yeah. Hey, how you doing? Tell me something about you. Hey, baby, do you believe in the real you? You can't come around if you can't satisfy me.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Jillin Off. I am one of your Jillers, Christina Walkinshaw, and with me, Jillin as always.
Your Jillin wingman, Jen Murphy.
You are a good wingman.
Well, let's not give him the wrong idea. I'm not actually your wingman when you're Jillin, but I am your wingman in real life.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
We do good, right?
I think so.
I mean, I feel like we're overdue for a trip to the happy hour.
We haven't had a lot of wingman situations. Actually, the first time we ever hung out, you were kind of a wingman in Dubai. I just realized that's like...
This is true. It came, that was one of those nights where it started with 6 of us.
So
then
unexpected.
Then it went down to 5.
Well, that's because we were hanging out with some pussies.
Right. And then it went down to 4. And then it came down to 3. And it was Jen, the dude, and me.
The dude.
I'm always the last of the posse.
But actually, I left you guys there.
But
I'm a lightweight. I'm not a lightweight. We drink a bit, but I definitely I feel like I tend to back out sooner than a lot of other people.
Wait, I forget then. Then did the sex happen before he came back to the bar or after?
No, after.
Okay, all right. Because I was like, oh, that's the dirty move. When you get the action and then you go back to the bar. That is not the moves of most quality men.
Also, it probably happens a lot.
Also, we said this.
I think I've been guilty of it.
It is bad when you have sex and you're still so sober, you still have that insomnia. Like, nobody wants to be awake after the sex. And sometimes if you're still sober, you are. You're like, oh, man, what do I do? Do I go? Do I go back to the bar?
Well, also, if you don't really like someone and then you just kind of do it for fun, but then you're like, my friends are still at the bar. I think.
I know. There's still a couple hours till last call. I got to get out of here.
I think the only time the last time I ever remember doing that was in New York. That was a long time ago. But that's when the bars are open till 4 too. So and I was younger.
Yeah.
I like to act like that's not something I would do now.
Like back when you were Stamina Murphy. I think that's what we're gonna call this episode, Stamina Murphy.
Yeah, man. Bars to apartments, back to bars.
Also, we decided if you've ever slept with one of us, you don't have to listen to this podcast, but you need to know the name of it.
Yeah, that's just rude.
You'd be like, what's that thing you're doing on the radio? You'd be like, eh.
I'm really making it my goal this year to be more of a bitch. But really, when I say bitch, it's really probably just a confident person who stands up for themselves.
I know. That's me too. And by bitch, I mean just say anything when somebody says something wrong.
Just like those people who are normal and stand up for themselves.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I think I need to demand more.
I think so, too. But both of us have to.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
We're going to start telling people.
You guys are going to hear all about it on the next episode because we're really going to make a change.
We're going to go out in the world this next week and we're going to show people.
Paul's looking at us like he doesn't believe us.
I know. Oh.
Paul, I don't like that face you just gave us.
That's true.
He kind of looked at us like, I'm gonna hold you girls to this.
It's not.
We'll see.
Seems like you're not believing old Stamina Murphy and Chicken Shit Walkinshaw.
Chicken shit.
I'm a chicken shit. Sometimes when I'm fighting with I don't know. Sometimes instead of fighting with somebody, I always give it that I'll give it the PMS 3-day break. I mean, okay, I'm going to see if this still pisses me off like 3 days from now.
That's a good thing to do.
So I'll wait it out, and usually after 3 days, I'm like, I don't give a shit. That's what always happens.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I think that's a good test.
Sometimes it is PMS. Sometimes something might be bothering me, but it's hormonal. So if I give it that PMS rest, then usually a few days goes by, and so does that surge of estrogen going through my body, and then I don't care anymore.
I just never know if I'm in the right or not.
I feel like you're a good, earnest, honest person, and I feel like you're always right.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
There we go. I said it, world. She already wants to change the subject.
No, that's the positivity.
False. Oh, that's positivity bell.
I changed the bell into positivity. Remember on the last episode last week when I did that?
Last week on the other episode when I was in my other shirt.
No, when I say I don't know if I'm right, I mean like if I get mad at somebody because I slept with them and they don't follow me on Instagram, like, am I right to be mad? Or is it the fact that I'll go follow a guy that I like? Does that just make me like more of a, I don't want to use the word like stalk, but I feel like I get invested in people and I like to see what they're doing.
I agree. And I do feel like that dum-dum should be following you on social media.
I think it's just a harsh reality to like realize that like if I just sleep with somebody, I don't expect them to want to be my boyfriend. But I would hope they would have
but I would like to follow.
Interest.
Yeah.
An interest.
Yeah. I hope you would still like and subscribe to this podcast.
Is that too much to ask that you're going to be interested in me when you...
I agree.
If you're going to enter me, be interested in me.
And I feel like you guys were friends before the sex.
Not even him specifically.
I'm thinking of him specifically, and I feel like that's the kind of person that should 100% be following you.
Oh, he was stupid anyway.
There's some people I don't mind.
He's
like
the slowest person I've ever slept with. And I don't mean mentally. Have you ever been around somebody that just moves so slow? I almost was getting anxiety.
Was it slow getting to the sex or
Like,
slow in the sex?
Both.
Okay.
But even like when I went to his house and he's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go like get a drink. And literally first of all, he had on like plastic sweats, like those Adidas kind of plastic sweats.
Oh, yeah.
So that when we walked, it was like, shh.
So you really hear him coming.
It was like the slowest walk to the kitchen. And I felt like he's in there for a while. And he grabbed a Corona and then he's like, come back. Then he like, back. He's like, oh, do you want a drink? I'm like, yeah.
He had to make 2 trips?
Yes.
He only got a drink for himself?
2 slushing trips.
Oh, I can't do that slush sound. You're right.
And not just was he wearing sweats, he was wearing also those Adidas kind of like sport sandals that you're only supposed to put on when you get out of the shower.
Yep. Oh, no.
With black socks.
Oh, socks and sandals. No. Oh, man.
Oh, right? Isn't
Anyways.
it getting worse and worse?
This is the story of me and Jen's greatest hits collection. Socks and sandals. Who else have we done?
But do you know what? I don't know. It doesn't happen often. So I guess you may have never had the experience because I think one other time in my life I've been around to somebody this slow where I literally am just like, like everything, every move is just.
I mean, I'm scared of repeating myself, but I think I already told a story about like driving to Ottawa for some tragic D and having a very bad afternoon D. Did I tell you the story?
I don't think so. Wait, was he slow?
Well, yeah, it definitely was. It wasn't a good one night stand. It was one of these things where I'd met him and then we text message long distance for like a month or 2, and then I decided I want to sleep with him. So I drove back to Ottawa basically for sex. You know, I got a couple of guest spots or whatever to make it look like work. But we all know you don't get paid for guest spots. Like that's a crock of shit. Yeah, I'm coming for work. Oh, really? Does your work cost you money? Yeah, yes, it does.
Yeah. In our profession, we pay to work. We don't get paid. We pay.
Yeah, guest spot is just code for no money. I'm just going to do for you guest sets at 5 hours away from where I live. You know, really lucrative gig. But yeah, anyways, so I finally go to have sex with this guy after texting and being really romantic and cutesy for like 2 months. And the whole thing was terrible. He was hungover and he wouldn't turn off The Bachelorette. So he was like watching The Bachelorette and kind of having sex with me.
Ew, is watching TV?
Yes.
And watching The Bachelorette, not even like football or something?
No, I know.
Ew!
It was Emily's season. It was a long time ago.
I can't believe he was watching The Bachelorette.
I'm just saying it was Emily's season so people know how long ago this was, and I would never let somebody treat me like this ever again, right? This is part of the new me.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of people staring me in the eyes when they have sex with me, but looking at the TV is a lot worse.
Yeah, the TV was still on. Anyways, so that sex happened. Then after the sex, he gets up, goes to the kitchen, reheats day old poutine, eats it in front of me, and says, "Sorry, there's not enough for you."
No, shut up.
Yeah.
I just blew out my own ears.
I know.
That hurt. I'm sorry, Paul.
I know. So,
Paul's
anyways.
going to charge us money for his PTSD today.
Anyways, so I fucked him one more time, and
Oh my God.
I know.
I totally would have.
And then I left. That's the saddest though. Even after a guy treated me like shit, I was like, well, I just drove to Ottawa. I guess I should like maybe do it one more time. And then I left. But I was like, why? It was already so bad and gross. And then I did it again. What was I hoping for? That he turned the TV off the second time?
Okay, that was rude to watch TV, but I mean, did it at least like feel good at all?
Not at all.
And you still did it again?
Not at all. Just like one of those, like, what was I waiting for? The marshmallow to get hard? Like, I don't even know why I was there. It was a complete and utter disaster and pointless and awful. And then, oh, surprise, never heard from him again. Or I think he did. I think he texted me, be like, hey, I can't hang out tonight. I was like, oh, wow, bummer.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Ugh.
Especially when you make the drive, that just makes you feel awful.
I don't need to drive 5 hours to sleep with somebody.
No.
Although, like, one time I drove to Vegas to sleep with somebody, and then on our date I found out that he's addicted to meth.
Well, at least Vegas is a great destination.
I mean, even if the sex doesn't happen.
I'd drive to Vegas for some, even if you end up not hanging out with them, you can hang out by yourself in Vegas.
I know. Being in Vegas by yourself is not a problem.
I would do that one. Ottawa, I don't know. I'm not going to judge because I've never been there.
Right.
It might be an amazing place to hang out.
I got a lot of friends there, but for sure that was one of the dumbest sexual adventures of my life.
I think the furthest I've ever driven is like 2.5 hours. That was from New York to Philadelphia.
I think that was my longest 5-hour drive. And what makes it even grosser, you guys, is I don't know if you guys know what poutine is, but it's fries, gravy, and cheese. And you should never keep the leftovers. It's disgusting, drunk, late night food as it is. But this guy,
well, I just can't believe
kept the leftovers and then reheat it. Who eats day old poutine?
But also, like, offer you a bite or something.
I know. Nothing for me. Oh, wow.
Where did we go wrong?
I don't know. He was probably touching my stomach the whole night, too.
Should we call our parents?
Why did you raise me like this?
I did ask my mom once because my brother's like so confident and like one of those people who, I mean, talk about standing up for yourself. He's super confident and he's also like a genius. He's smart. But anyway, I asked one time, I go, what happened? Like, did something happen to me when I was a kid?
Did I get dropped on my self-esteem? Because that's why I'm hurting a little bit in life.
Was I molested and forgot about it? What happened? She goes, I think it was when you got scoliosis.
Oh my God.
And you had to go to school in that back brace. Maybe.
Did you really?
I did.
Oh,
yeah. I was like, it was under my clothes, so you couldn't really see it, but it pushed my shoulders up, so I was like this.
Yeah.
And then talk about touching a stomach. If anyone kind of hit me, it was so hard. They'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, right. Isn't that like Romy and Michelle's high school reunion? Didn't Romy have the back brace too?
But usually,
I feel
like when they put it in movies, they make it so you can see the back brace. But mine, you couldn't see, so people didn't know I was wearing it. It'd almost be better if it stuck out, and people would be like, "Oh, she's wearing a back brace."
Oh my God!
But instead, I'm just walking around like this girl, like perfect, like a robot with perfect posture.
You know, the more stories we tell, the more people are probably going to be like, maybe it is good that you guys are just Jillin off. Maybe you guys should stick to masturbating. It seems safer for both of you.
No, this is the week. This is the week I have confidence.
What if every episode we just try to manifest ourselves having nice quality sex with good human beings?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can manifest that, right?
I also just feel like I need to get into the mindset of being like the woman that I am.
Right.
Because sometimes I dress up to go somewhere and I put on heels.
And you look great.
Well, thank you. But I also feel like I'm dressing up like you did when you were like 7. I feel like I'm dressing like an adult today. And it's like, no, you're supposed to feel normal in these clothes. This is supposed to feel normal.
It's true.
Like, I feel like I'm clonking around like, I'm dressing like what big girls dress like. It's like, Jen, you're 40. You're big enough.
I agree with that, though.
You should wear heels more than twice a year.
That's about my average, too, though. I'm very torn because I think sometimes when you're out there and you're giving off pheromones, let's say, and I'm sure I've said this before, but sometimes I leave a yoga class or I leave a workout and people are in a grocery store and people seem to be really friendly with me for no reason. And then, but I want to be that girl that can dress up and go into a place and show people like, oh, I'm working on high frequency and I'm a successful comedian. Everything's great. You want to be with me and dress up. But then I don't. I just like, I schlepp to the store
I know.
in sweats or sweaty and gross, and then I don't go out at night, which has to change. We have to start going
But
out
people
more.
are still very attracted to you.
I only post the best photos.
I think we should do a practice test, and we'll take lots of pictures or videos so we can share with you all.
Right.
I want to be able to be dressed nice. I want to be able to say hi to an attractive man, and if he says hi back, I don't immediately start giggling. Do you know what I mean? Like
It's a tough one.
like I want to be like, hey. Is that what people do? I don't know. I'm sweating.
I feel like
Maybe I should go to the store after this. I'm giving off pheromones.
I know. Yeah, this is a good time to go. You and I feel a little sweaty right now too. But you're right. Remember we said that we were going to do this, and we have not done it yet. But we are going to go
The singles night.
We're going to go to a singles night. We're going to go to a meetup. Are we going to dress up for that?
Yes, we have to.
Okay, we're going to dress up. Because when you dress up for that Christmas party and you wear the red dress and the heels, like, come on.
Yeah.
Smoking hot, dude.
Thank you. That was very
Smoking
nice
hot.
of you.
Even Melissa brought that up. I don't know, like weeks ago. She's like, oh my God, Jen looks so good in that red dress. And I was like, I know.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, man. People are still calling back that outfit.
All right, let's do it. We are going to do it for sure.
We're going to do it.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe in us? Do you think that we can pick up on singles mingles night?
And then when guys ask us like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Then we'll be like, "Just jilling off."
And then we're like, yum.
And if he gets it, then we'll know he's the one.
I like it when people have to ask what it is. Be like, what's chilling off? And then they stop and they're like, oh, wait a second.
I told you when we first went to Afghanistan together and I heard all your jokes, I didn't want to say I didn't know what it meant because everybody else was laughing at it. So I was embarrassed. But in my head, I was like, I don't know why they're laughing. I don't know what she means.
Jacking up for women. Yeah. You know you're messy when you get ghosted by your vibrator. I don't know where that came from. Where'd he go? Oh my God. This place is a disaster. Just keep writing bits about vibrators. I can't stop it. You know, they say write what you know. So I'm writing a trilogy about a family of vibrators.
I feel like I had a mental breakthrough this past week.
Tell me why.
Because I jilled off all by myself.
Did you? I'm so proud of you.
With nothing.
With your fingers.
And I never do that.
That's the hardest way to do it.
No, I usually only use my fingers. But I mean, like, I think I brought it up once where I said I think I have a mental block that I can't just
chill.
Come on my own. Usually I have to put on like porn or...
Yeah.
But I used only my own thoughts. I concentrated really hard.
That's amazing. I'm very proud of you. This is a breakthrough.
I felt like it was a breakthrough.
That's so good.
Like, I feel like next, because you know what I've also been doing? I've been taking your advice of, the manifesting. So sometimes when I'm laying in bed, I just picture all this money just raining on my face.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I just
like
see
that.
it just like, raining on my face.
I love this dream. I had a dream last night that I was...
Go.
Oh, sorry. I
was done.
No. I had a dream last night that I was in Vegas and all the video poker machines were broken and the bartenders were trying to play real cards with people. And I was like, oh no, I am out of here. There's no way I'm going to play Go Fish in Vegas.
That might be a sign that you're scared of real interaction with men.
Or not gambling for money.
Wait, why was it Go Fish?
I don't know. He was just playing like random card games. I couldn't really see what it was, but the machines weren't working. And so people were just trying to play cards.
It would be so awesome if one of the tables at Vegas was like Old Maid. You could just go play for money.
A Crazy Eights for money.
Did you play that a lot when you were a kid? I always played.
We were big into like gin rummy and cribbage. You play cribbage?
I didn't. You Canadians play totally different games than us.
We
USians.
You gotta play you need the little board with the little pegs.
I've never played it. I don't know it.
Oh yeah, lots of cribbage. Anyways.
Anyway.
I'm dreaming about Vegas.
Now you're making me want to go to Vegas.
How about this? Again, to talk about weird interactions with men. Because I do feel that I need to start going out more, maybe at an appropriate hour to talk to people at bars. Which I've done it a bit, but I've been kind of busy lately and I've gotten lazy. But there was this one time, this is actually, I'm dating, this is at least a year and a half old story, but for sure I haven't told it on the podcast. So when I lived in Malibu, it was very hard to go out. There's I'm surrounded by rehabs. Not
Yes,
a
you
lot
are.
of, not a big bar scene in Malibu. Big smoothie scene. Big Sun Life Organics scene. But I went to this place in the Pacific Palisades. I think it's called. I want to say it's called Toast. I don't know. You had a really good happy hour. It was a good happy hour though, like with cheap wine and like a really good grilled cheese.
Was
with
it on
the
Sunset?
tomato bisque?
Oh, that is so good.
Like, I love that combo, right? Yeah, I think it was just off Sunset in that little Highland area, Sunset Highland.
Yeah, I know what you're
Palisades.
talking about.
Yeah, there's like a Starbucks with like a
That's where my brother lives.
yeah, like that hood. So in there's a good happy hour. I will say this: the crowd at the bar is a little bit older, which is fine. I don't care. I like being the young person at the bar.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good. So anyway, I start talking to this old man, and this kind of goes back to like last week's the old man that kept on touching my stomach. I don't, anyways.
Yeah.
But this guy was a little bit different. He just kept on calling me this one word, and I swear to God, he said this like 3 times. He's like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's Christina." Christina. Oh, Christina, you're a sturdy girl. He called me sturdy. I was like, I know my definition of sturdy, and it is not what I want to be called.
Like you could lift heavy boxes.
Yes. And he also repeated it like 2
You look
more
like a
times.
girl that helps people move. A sturdy girl.
You're a sturdy girl.
What was your
Sturdy.
response?
I don't know. It's not like they had an Urban Dictionary in 1942 or whatever. It was cool to call a girl that. I don't know. I just didn't know what to say. I was like, oh, I'm sturdy now. Sturdy. Does that mean I have 2 feet?
Maybe he
On
was
the
just looking for
ground?
somebody who could push his wheelchair.
Guys, you guys, YouTube. Let me
What do you?
pull up my pants.
What do you
I have those pants. I think that. I know. I seriously think that I have a butt that's
You look
higher
like
up.
you're doing an imitation of a dinosaur over there. What? And she's wearing rain boots.
It's for the YouTube people. This is me. I'm sturdy. Can you tell I'm sturdy? Also, I feel like I have a butt that's like higher up on the body than other women's butt, and I always get butt crack. Even if I get the highest waist jeans, the jeans seems like my butt is higher up on my body. Anyways, so that's it. I have a butt that's high up on my back, and
Well,
I'm
there's
sturdy.
a lot of men that are looking for sturdy women.
I'll make sure to put that on my profile. Thanks.
I think you should use it.
That's it. Christina Sturdyshaw. That's it.
Do you ever hear the audience make comments about you while you're on stage, like they think you can't hear them?
Oh God.
It happened the other night. Here's people whispering. It was like halfway through my set, so I kind of talk about like being a little crazy or whatever. And I hear this guy go, "I think she really is crazy."
No.
But like he liked me. He wasn't being mean at all. But it made me laugh.
It's like we can hear you. We can hear you guys. Oh no.
I mean, I was grabbing my vagina next to a chip bowl, next to chips and salsa. Gotta love Fresno.
Oh, Fresno. Our careers are on fire. Do you think maybe
You know, guys do love butt crack too.
that's the only cleavage I have? That's where I'm giving up the solid double D's back there. You guys at YouTube can't see. It's all back there. Too bad you didn't have a mirror right there, and then you could see what's going on down there. Yes, but you can't, because that would cost extra, surely.
I have cleavage in the front and the back.
That's it. That's the good stuff back there.
I bet you would get hit on a lot if you just let a tiny bit of that back butt cleavage show.
I feel like accidentally it's always showing. Like I'm always, if I'm on a bar stool, you'll see me just like I always get paranoid at showing. Always.
I think it's attractive if you're standing up, but I think on a bar stool, it feels...
It's a little plumber's butt or whatever. Can we have a new term for plumber's butt? What, something a little sweeter? Something that shows that maybe I have a good job. I don't know. It should just be called Walkinshaw butt.
We're going to have to think of something.
It's, yeah. But I always, or sometimes what I'll do is if I think that my butt crack is showing, I'll take my jacket and then I'll just tie it around my waist.
I do always get paranoid on bar stools. I'm always pulling up my pants.
Yeah. Because sometimes they just like slip down or there's a little bit of a crack.
I usually, make sure I have, I don't know. I'm always amazed by girls that can go out with like just a half shirt on and just have their belly just hanging out.
Oh, I know. Well,
Talk about confidence.
but you know what? I noticed that there are more half tops for sale in all the cool stores now, but I think it's because the jeans are becoming so high waisted that you could get away with like buying one of those short tops.
I can't stand high waisted jeans.
I don't think they look good on me, so then I keep wearing, mid rise or whatever. Like, I'm not wearing like low, like the ones we wore like 12 years ago that were like low riders or whatever. I'm not going that low, but I'm going like with a mid rise.
I have this problem to where I have a lot of my jeans because I like to wear them low around my hips, so it's always sagging, like I have balls or something. Like it's always totally sagging in the front.
Isn't that the whole? That's all we want right now is balls.
I don't care. I need to be comfy.
I know. I like to be comfortable too.
We do want balls. That's our goal.
Fully wearing jeggings right now, and I don't care what year it is. That's the problem. Once you get old, it's like you see these trends come back, and you're like, well, I don't know. I've already done that one. I'm just gonna stick with whatever I like or whatever's comfortable for my body. But yeah, I don't know. High waisted jeans. I feel like I don't know if I need that mom butt. It's false advertising because guess who has no kids?
Well, you do have some IPAs.
Exactly. IPAs. That's why I like to wear those dresses, or just like I like a good dress where I can bloat. That's why we should be getting dressed up more, because in dresses we can bloat.
I used to always wear dresses. I never do anymore. I need a good trip to the discount clothing store.
To the clothing swap. We need a big hot trip to the clothing swap.
The clothing swap.
Because everybody's Marie Kondoing their places right now. Apparently thrift stores are killing it. Like there's a lot of good stuff there.
Marie Kondoing? What?
Yeah.
What's
Have you
that?
seen the Marie Kondo?
No.
There's a documentary on Netflix. She's had a book out for years. I remember Melissa read it and told me the gist of it. But it just talks about like cleaning up your closets and stuff and just going through everything you own. And if it doesn't spark joy, you should throw it away.
Oh, so really? So thrift stores are...
But it's become a trendy thing now because she has this documentary on Netflix. And so we're using it as a verb now. But yeah, Marie Kondoing.
God, I'm really out of the loop.
Oh, dude, I feel like it's kind of old. I feel like people are already on and past the Ted Bundy documentary, and people are already on
I still haven't watched that.
Watch that, too.
I don't think I have any interest. Well, your reaction to it wasn't that good, so I just didn't.
Oh, no, I liked it.
Oh, I thought you said it was, like, disturbing because the women kept talking about how good-looking he is, even though he killed people and stuff.
I mean, he was, but that was
it was good?
That was his thing. He was a good-looking serial killer. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's good. It's good.
I need something to watch. I got nothing.
I just started watching Safe. This is why I'm not going out of the house anymore. I'm fucking like, it's sad now when I start a new show. I'm like 13 episodes. Well, I'm going to be done that in 2 days. Then what? So bad.
Only 14 hours of TV. That's not.
I know. I wonder why I'm jilling off and not meeting anybody anymore.
What am I going to do Wednesday?
I'll be like on episode 6. It'd be like, when I get these, Jude on Hinge matched with you. And I'm like, well, I don't have time for Jude. I got a lot of TV to watch.
I like that name.
I know. I've been getting a lot of good, like, interesting named men lately.
I think you should check out Jude.
Jude. I matched with an Xavier. I feel like I got to go with an Xavier.
Oh, that's a tongue twister.
It is a little tonguey. I don't know what we call him for short. X?
Javi?
Dude.
Nah, I don't think he would like that. See if he has a middle name.
Yeah, go with the middle name. Or what if you've got one of these LA weirdos that is using their middle name here? Like, just give me back Dan or whatever your real name is.
What was your nickname again?
I forget. I feel like I've already had 3 on this fucking podcast. Is it Sturdy?
I think it was last week's podcast.
Christina Sturdy Shaw? No. Christina Walkinsturd? Sturdy. I'm sturdy. I never fall over. Put me on any mechanical bull. See if I fall. I won't. I'm sturdy.
Mechanical bull. Yay, Christina! We've learned so much.
Sturdy.
Guys, like we say every week, send us an email in English at jillinoffpod@gmail.com and follow us on Instagram at Jen Murphy Comedy and at Walkin' Sauce.
That's it. Walkin' Sauce.
If you need any fitness tips, she is also the fitness guru.
Yeah, if you watch my Instagram stories, you know I'm a fitness guru, and it's pretty obvious because I go to the gym like once, twice a month. And
she'll also show you how to make a great charcuterie plate.
Yes, I like charcuterie.
All right, catch us every Monday.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Shout out to Paul.